Hey, thanks for coming back. We're still kind of stuck in that castle. Not really sure what to do. I know I gave in at one point, about midway through the game, about looking it up on a strategy guide, but I'm really trying to avoid that because, like I said before, these kind of games really seem to be more about the journey than the destination. Um, and I'm trying to respect that. And oh, I saw a little shadow dude up there. Yeah, yeah, you think you're gonna get the drop on me? But no, you're not, because I'm super cool. Yeah, that's right. Let's all crowd into one area where I can swing my sword and hit a bunch of you at once. That's a good strat right there for you. Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured that would happen eventually. You may think you've won, but this time the advantage is mine. So, I'm so glad that her standing on that portal doesn't seem to hurt her. Okay. Wow, yeah, that really worked out. I was not deliberately employing a strategy there at all. But I'll take it. Maybe I have to take her with me into the formerly waterlogged area. I don't know. I'm kind of out of ideas, so it makes about as much sense as anything else. If I managed to, because I thought I had actually turned those little eyeball things around and opened up another area at one point, but it doesn't look like I did. So there's gotta be some levers that I'm just not picking up on. Alright, let's bring you across here first, my dear. And see if some magic happens. Like, literal magic would be great if we could just, you know, win the game. Wow, okay. Ask and you shall receive. Alright. Make it happen. I mean, I think since this area is already blocked off by a invisible bridge, the gate's probably not necessary. But, you know, I'm not an architect. Certainly not for, you know, magical castle. So far be it for me to critique. Alright, come on. Somebody gonna fight me? No? No fighties? Okay. That doesn't break my heart. I don't remember where the nearest torch was. I think I remember there was one up here. I am wrong. Okay. You better... I feel like such a jerk whenever I grab her like that. There's gotta be another way to... Wait a minute. I don't like feeling stupid. It's not my favorite thing. This game's done that to me a few times now. And it's deserved, you know? I should have thought of the thing. I did not think of the thing. I know I'm not stupid, but like unobservant. How about that? Sometimes I did not observe what I should have observed. Okay. There's just a puzzle I missed. I know it, you know it, everybody knows it. How? How do I get these open? Okay. Come on. I'm getting my sword. I'm not being stupid. I guess it probably would be less violent if I didn't grab her hand while I'm sprinting. Might be a little gentler. But I'm a busy man, you know. I got stuff to do. Okay, so if taking her across the bridge did that, open up that portal. Let's take her up the stairs. I don't know what that will accomplish, but it's worth trying. I have no other ideas. None ideas. There are 0. Okay, yeah, can't turn that back on. Okay, so that was pointless. What am I missing, internet friends? I've said this before, and I probably will say it a lot, but I am confident that those of you who have played the game and are watching this want to reach through your monitor or phone, what have you, smack me for not knowing the thing. You know, and I'm just a mere mortal. I don't know everything. I swear I had those inside eye things open at one point. I really did. And I don't know if I'm just... Wait a minute, I might have an idea. I might have an idea, maybe. Let's go! Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not feeling too smart right now, folks. I think it's good to have humbling experiences in life. I have a feeling I'm gonna look forward to a lot of those doing this. Okay. Yep, got the reflector satellite dish. Gonna shoot the thing. Here it comes. Oh, it's gonna be awesome! See, honestly, I mean, I make fun of myself and I say I feel dumb, which, yeah, I absolutely do. But at the same time, I'm really happy with myself for figuring it out instead of looking it up. And I'm not perfect. I'll inevitably have to look up another one at some point. That's just life. Yeah, I did another trophy! I am the greatest! Doing good on time. I think I can keep going. But that's something special when you push through and actually manage to figure it out by yourself. Because I mean, especially for these older games, you know, GameFAQs, IGN, blah blah blah. You know, they're all out there, and it's so easy to just take a little peek. You know, you don't feel like figuring it out, and that's not a criticism. Trust me. I have made liberal use of strategy guides in the past. I mean, I used to go out and buy them, and occasionally I still will, especially if they're used, like, just for the art. Because I draw. There are lots of people that draw better, but I draw just for my own sake. And I love looking at the art and stuff from my favorite games. Because those people work hard. They deserve to have their work recognized and understood. But, you know, that being said, yeah, I'll occasionally just get stuck and have to look it up one way or another. What's a good example of that? Braid. It's an I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with this game called Braid. It was released a few years back. Super cool indie game, puzzle game, revolving around time. So you could like rewind time, stop time, slow it down, you know, all that stuff. And it was just an amazing puzzle game with a pretty decent minimal story, but the twist ending, you know, just smacks you in the stomach. But part of the way you get that ending is collecting stars. I think there are 13, something like that. But one of them, no clue. I got, you know, if there were 13, I got 12. And finally, I figured out you know, I looked it up. And there's no way, because I could see it. I could see it on like level 3 or whatever it was, just hanging out in the top left of the beginning. You had to actually get to the end of the level, jump up on a platform or a cloud, something like that, rewind time, and ride the cloud all the way back to the beginning of the stage, meaning, you know, at the beginning of the level. Undoing, I think, all of your progress along the way. I'm not sure about that. Like I said, it's been a while, but my point is, that one I didn't feel too bad about looking up, because I had tried everything, and it's a tough game, too. So the fact that I got that far, period, without looking it up, I wasn't upset. That was a particularly hard bonus thing to find, so I can live with that one. But if you can do it without looking it up, then that's just an extra level of special. And my hat goes off to anybody who was able to get all the secret stars in Braid without help. I just wasn't able to do it. I especially, though, will do it for achievements. Like, if I've already beaten the main story and achieved the main purpose of playing the game, and I just want to know where the feathers are, or the flags are, or those kinds of things. I don't feel so bad about looking it up. That's okay. And don't let anybody make you feel bad about it either. If you enjoy casual gaming, you want to throw it on easy mode, just have yourself a good time, and that's fine. Games are supposed to be games. They're fun. So if you're not having fun, you paid your 60 bucks or whatever, and hey, no. Oh crap, I don't have the sword. And I'm dead. That doesn't help. Well, as I was saying, it's okay to make mistakes. But no, don't let anybody make you feel guilty about playing what you bought and paid for the way you want to do it. I mean, that is completely up to you. Because yeah, of course you'll have the hardcore players who, don't want anything spoiled. They'll play it on extreme mode the first time out. Yorda, why? What are you doing? Why are you doing this to me? I wasn't talking about difficulty so that you could make my life hard. Okay. Anywho. I think we got the point. We got the point? Yeah. So, strategy guides are okay. Use them if you want. Don't use them if you don't want to. Sometimes I use them, sometimes I don't. I try not to. I think those kinds of deaths, like the one I just had, are definitely the most, like, you just kind of have to roll your eyes. Because, A, I forgot the sword. Otherwise, I probably could have made pretty quick work of those guys. But B, I just fell to my death in a game where it's actually reasonably hard to die. Come on. I know how this game works. I don't want you getting ambushed while I'm up there. I'd rather wait. Alright, yeah. It's like, yep, those kinds of deaths, it's your fault. Just own it. Not artificial difficulty, it's just player incompetence. It happens to everybody. I've watched a few YouTubers over my time, and I don't enjoy the ones that scream and stuff, especially. I mean, if you're playing a game and you get startled, that's one thing, but like everybody makes mistakes. Just laugh about it, or at least control yourself. Trust me, I do get annoyed. I'm gonna turn down my mic. I just realized how loud it is. I'm sorry about that. I do get pretty frustrated, which, as I was saying in another video, is why I try not to play Dark Souls and stuff around my kids. For one thing, it's not really appropriate, but any kind of game like that, don't. Just, if I'm gonna play anything, it'll be something that really they're doing most of the playing. And my kids are little. The oldest is 6, going on 7 in a couple of weeks. The middle one's 5, and she's the one that actually plays with me, because the 6, 7-year-old doesn't really like messing up. She gets all nervous. She loves to watch, and she thinks she'll want to play. Then she'll play for 5 seconds, die the first time, and give it right back. She doesn't even get mad. She'll just, no, I'm done. But honestly, the fact that they are interested at all, it means everything to me. I posted about this on Twitter the other day. I finally got the chance to, I was at my mom's house, and she still has my huge crate of Legos from, when I was a kid. And I don't think that even represents all of what I had once had, but, my nephews have played with it before. And, but anyway, and I've been waiting for years and years and years because, you can't play normal sized Legos with little kids, or at least you gotta be super careful. But so they've had their Duplos and they've had their wooden building blocks and things like that. But for the first time on this past Sunday, the 23rd, I actually got the chance to get out the real Legos and build some stuff, and they were loving it. They were having a great time. They were watching me. I built a spaceship. I mean, that was just the best. So it's neat as a parent to see those things that you've been waiting for years happen. So when they started getting into gaming with me, even if it's just they like Sonic, they like watching me play Sonic or Mario, those things mean everything. So if there's any parents watching this and you have hobbies that may not be age appropriate, try to find a way to make them age appropriate if you can. Even if it's something like Dungeons and Dragons or something, where you can get little kids into that. You just you might have to do a different lore. Obviously sports, you can play those with your toddler, for goodness sake. What matters is that you're showing them that you're enthusiastic about something, and that's going to rub off on them. I got into gaming because of my brothers, especially my older brother Phil, because he was very good at it, and he would actually put up with me playing with him, and that really meant a lot, because I'm a middle child, so having the approval of your older siblings means a whole lot. So even when he moved away and got married, I'd still go over and play with him sometimes, or he would call me just so I could give him the cheat codes for a game he was playing, because I bought the game codes magazines every month. This was pre-game facts, kids. But finish up for a second. I am really glad I saved. That looks uncomfortable. No, you're holding a metal sword, don't. Uh-oh. Alright, that's good. I'm seeing a bridge. Gates open. I'm liking this. So what's gonna go wrong? You gotta wonder what the meetings of the architects for these kind of places would be like. Because it makes more sense to build a permanent bridge, or at least a drawbridge. But how's she explaining all these different traps and things to the people building it? Well, this is just in case, some plucky kid and my daughter ever managed to defeat me and get through my dark magic. Trying to walk slowly, because she's not looking so good. Kinda wonder if I should have hit the big comfy couch, but I'm committed to this. This makes me nervous. controller keeps pulsing a little bit. You know, just a very small vibration. Wonder if that's a heartbeat thing or... Oh, crap. Is that like a proximity thing? I don't know. We can do this. Just pick her up. Come on. Come on, man. Get up. I don't think I have control. Oh, man. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with that. Did I just fail? Okay, that's blue. Oh, crap. Fine, whatever. Okay, yeah, I failed. Well, what was I supposed to do? That was kind of bogus. I got nothing. Alright, well, I've seen this before now, so I'll keep talking. There are definitely a lot of constructive things that you should do with your kids or your family. I'm not disputing that. So yeah, of course I read with my kids, and I draw, so I'll draw with them. It is really hot in Arizona, so this time of year we try to find more creative ways to get our outside play, but some days it's just not happening. Especially on the days like I have migraines and stuff. But we get out, especially now that we've moved. We got a park right down the block from us. But even if your hobbies, like mine, are completely useless, that doesn't mean that they're bad. If you're into music, obviously that's an easy one. Every kid loves music in some way. If you think your kid hates music, that just means you haven't found him the right instrument yet. Because you say your kid's deaf. Mine is actually partially deaf. We're not sure which way that's going to go. And he loves music more than my daughters do. It's pretty hilarious to watch my little guy dance. And but keep in mind, the deaf can appreciate music just as much as those of us who are hearing can, you know, because all sound is vibrations. So no, they can't necessarily process them through their ears like I can, but those vibrations can travel through their skin. So I don't want to get too far into an area I only have limited knowledge of, but you need to take some chances, and that's what I'm still learning as a dad. Is you need to be willing to give your kids a chance to spend time with you, and you don't have to give up your hobbies in order to do that. So, you know, if you're watching this, you don't have kids, you're not married, what have you, then, you know, you can ignore some of this, or maybe just file it away for later. But like I said, it's not limited to your kids, you know. If you're still living at home with your parents, then get them involved. Oh, she caught him! And he lost his sword. So I think that's the clearest picture I've had of her face this entire game. Yorda! Yorda! Come on! Maybe you want to get your other hand involved in there, Ico? Oh crap. I know what that is. I still fall into the water. Just without seeing the cutscene. I feel like they should have given me like a free pass the last time. Farewell. That better not be the end. Okay, yeah, I kind of saw these from up there. This is... oh. This is the same kind of cage she was in at the beginning. Has this happened before? Does she... look at him down there. I think I saw one on the rocks down there. Anyway. I wonder if this is the, like, if she's not the first of the Queen's daughters to, be, caged up and all that. Did she say something about, did she say something about why she was locked up? I can't remember right now. Boy, I am really just barely making most of these. Whee! Sure would be cool if I hadn't dropped my sword. That would be awesome. Okay. And I'm getting the impression that that's where I'm supposed to go, so I'm not going there. Not until I look over here. Well, that was a waste of time. Watch, there really was a secret and I just missed it. Okay, I'm kind of running a little bit long on this, but I think I'm just going to go through because this feels like it's pretty close to the end. So if I make it to another save point, I will save it and finish the episode, move on to the next one. But if I don't, then guess we're in for a long one. Okay, I'm gonna pull this first. What do we got here? A chain. Okay. Long chain. Got it. What do we do with this? Alright, I'm going out on a limb here and saying I gotta push that in the water, because that's pretty much all I see. Now before I get down there, okay, I don't see anything. So I'll just... can I... seems like there's a little bit of physics to this. Okay. So he's not... I mean, maybe he's pulling it, but it's pretty much just stuck to him. Alright, we did it. Solved the mystery, guys. We did it. Can I don't know if I need this or not. I don't want to rule anything out yet. Okay, there we go. And a lot of games I might be worried about the water situation, but I'm not too worried because, well, okay. I'm not too worried in this case because I don't see this game putting sharks or anything in. It just will kind of clash with my assessment of the game. I see a pipe thingy on that side, so I'm gonna take a quick look at that. Okay. That goes way up there. Alright. Okay, it doesn't pull. It pushes. Okay, so I did something. Okay, so I gotta go back down. Okay. I can work with that. Whee! I am really glad that didn't kill me. I'm not even sure how I would... Like, would it send me all the way back to last time I saved? If I die here? Hopefully I don't have to find out. I know where the game wants me to go, but I'm really curious about this pipe. I'm confused. Is that a waste of time? Did I mess up? I don't understand. Alright, well. I don't know what to do with that, so... Maybe that was just the devs messing with me. Like, hey, you need to play the game the way we told you to. Think for yourselfer. Okay, here we go. Maybe up here? Well, I hope this doesn't turn out like the other one. Okay, you can't climb up. I appreciate it, but I really didn't need to grab onto that one. Well, that sucks. Okay. Wah. Okay, I know where that is. See, I'm confused because I don't see any obvious reason why I need to go across that pipe, the fat one over there. But I guess I'll find out. Just gotta be a little bit more careful this time. Wah! Okay. Yeah. At least the animations aren't tripping up this time. The thing is, if this game was made 10 years later, You'd have button prompts every single time. There would be a, a separate tutorial section. And I'm not gonna get into a rant about that right now, but it's just fascinating to me how game design methodology changes so drastically, or at least by and large. Because this is I want to say 2005, or I don't know. This is definitely, a PS2 game. And there is absolutely no, it's not gentle with the player. Like, we've got to earn the happy ending we're looking for. That is for sure. And speaking of which, where the heck am I? Did I? No, I didn't. Tell me I don't have to do all this again. Okay. I'm not going there. Alright, well, that's frustrating. Okay, I know a little bit more about what I'm doing. But this is a good example of what I was talking about. No quick time events, nothing like that. You either win or you lose, and if you lose, it is pretty much your fault. It's not a perfect game. Camera is, it's not ideal. Some of the controls are a teeny bit wonky, and I'm sure some of that was even worse in the original version. But yeah, I absolutely love this game. I'm hoping nothing happens in the last last hour or whatever to sour that for me. Because obviously, this game's been out for a while, so some aspects of it were spoiled for me, but not the puzzles or anything. You watching me struggle is because I'm doing it for the first time. That's what a blind playthrough is. Oh, excuse me. So I think that really speaks to the effectiveness of the game design overall, is that the visuals are compelling, the story is extremely minimal, but still moving, and the puzzles are challenging but rewarding. The combat's there, but it's only important in that it helps you progress through the story, if that makes sense. It's not like the game would survive without it, for sure. Ahead. No. Okay, now this one confuses me. Because I don't think I'm on Double Dare. Doing okay. Come on, where's my big comfy couch? I'll settle for an armchair. Okay. tough little dude, too. I mean, that was a very long fall. And he's just doing his thing. I hope that was not a bad decision. Oh, please tell me I didn't just backtrack all the way. Okay. Oh, okay. I just skipped a step. Whee! So I feel like I'll have more to say on this after I play Shadow of the Colossus, because I know they're related in at least some way. Like, this is something I haven't seen yet, of course, since I haven't beaten Shadow, but my understanding is that Wander, the main character, ends up with horns on his head at some point. I know he doesn't have them at the beginning. I remember the character design at least that well. So I'm curious to find that out, like, you know, if he's the progenitor of a new species or what. Because the fact that you don't live through the game has been, you know, spoiled for years and years. So if I'm spoiling that for you by saying it, I apologize. But it's I'm trying hard when I know I'm gonna do a series. I'm trying real hard not to watch any videos about it, so I have the most authentic playthrough I can. Because I don't have a big audience yet, but hopefully, you know, you who are watching this in the future appreciate that authenticity. Okay, nothing there. And some of the games I'm gonna play will not be blind playthroughs, like, but they might be, they might as well be, if in the cases of something I haven't played for a decade or so. But when they are blind, I will mark it as such, and I definitely will go out of my way not to spoil it for myself, either by watching, you know, a Let's Play or strategy, or for a game that the lore actually matters, I'll make sure not to watch any lore videos. Like Dark Souls, you can absolutely play Dark Souls and not care at all about the lore, which is not hard because they don't make it easy for you to find the lore in the first place. And there's so many great channels out there if you do care about that sort of thing. But sorry, hang on, just looking at something here. All right. So you could play it and come across a lore video, and it really wouldn't matter too much, because the game is not about the lore, although the lore is very interesting and important. If it gets, you know, is that a? I can't tell if that's a lever or just something in the wall. Alright, so there's a ladder. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna assume that I do not have to go there right away. And therefore, I am going to go this way. Whee! That was a bad choice. Oh, how far back? Okay. Okay, that could be worse. I'll take that. Okay, so it's doing a checkpoint system then. Because you're by yourself, which means you can't sit on the couch, with Yorda and do the save, but it doesn't want to be a total jerk. So as long as I don't stop playing, which means this episode's going to be long, I don't think I'm going to cut it into more than one episode. I mean, if this is the final episode, you can just enjoy a long one. But we'll see what happens. Okay, so anyway, lore. I mean, it's just like anything else. You don't want somebody talking about the plot of a movie, because movies are very plot intensive. That's just a given. But, if it was like a Bob Ross show, The Joy of Painting, those are great shows, but at the end of the day, he's going to end up with the painting. That's the purpose of the show. So for me to tell you that, oh yeah, he paints a great painting in this one, that's not really a spoiler. But I mean, because it's an experiential show. You enjoy listening to him talk. He's got a very soothing voice and everything, so you want to experience the show instead of just whoa. It's not just about the finished product. You want to see him get there, but the fact that he gets there is not really a spoiler. And it's the same with Dark Souls. Knowing the lore, for me, increases my enjoyment of the game, because maybe I have a little bit of investment in what I do, but it's not the same thing as... Like I said, when it's your fault, it's your fault. My level of investment goes up in games like Dark Souls, or even Ico. I mean, watching the lore beforehand, I probably would prefer to experience it for myself, because I'm kind of making up my own story as I go, since they don't really give you anything to work with. But having said that, you would still have to figure out the puzzles. You would still get to see how beautiful this game is. So it's not the end of the world. Normally I'm gonna make another point. Normally for a game as old as Final Fantasy VII, I would not care about spoilers, but since they are about to remake it, I will avoid one. Suffice to say, though, that there is a major character development towards the end of the game that was mind-blowing for me at 12, 13 years old. And but because I'm trying to think what happened that year. I think I got grounded for a while, so I wasn't able to finish Final Fantasy VII for quite some time. So, like I said before, every month I got some gaming magazines, Tips and Tricks, Official PlayStation Magazine, and those were great magazines. But I think not even a year after Final Fantasy VII came out, I was reading, I think it was a letter to the magazine, and that character development just got completely spoiled, with no warning or anything, because spoiler warnings were not really a thing in the 90s. Okay, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here. Screw it. Alright. I feel like I barely made that. But yeah, so that was pretty disappointing, because then I had to go through that last section of the game knowing it was coming, not necessarily in the way it came, so that the actual moment it happened was still a shock, but the fact that it was going to happen meant for me, it affected the way I approached my interaction with that character, the build I used, the items I got. And for those of you who have played the game, you know what I'm talking about. But I am trying to be courteous to the future people watching this, because they are remaking the game. And just in case you've been living under a rock, I could have just... Can I? Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Let's go through here then. So that tells me I'm gonna get Yorda back. Okay, there's a boat. What are we doing here, guys? Can I push the boat? Can I jump in the boat? Okay. Go! Okay, this is confusing. Alright, we're running up the cliff. I am not sure what the purpose... Ooh. That looks like a lightsaber. That is cool. I felt pretty led here, so I don't think it's a secret, but still cool. Oh shoot. Not exactly the most auspicious way to, Can I? No. Okay, that does nothing. Another thing that tells me that wasn't a secret weapon is, I was about to say I didn't get an achievement, but there's one. But even so, I think that was for opening the doors. Whatever. Oh, snap. Look at him go. Man, I hope I get to fight someone. Opportunity to have an elevator battle there. Drop a bunch of shadow guys. Never opened one from behind before. That's neat. Drop a bunch of shadow guys on the elevator, and I get to mop the floor with them with my new weapon. Which I'm gonna call the Lightning Sword +1. Yep. That's what I'm calling it. Wow, this looks very familiar. Okay, speaking of, that looks suspicious, so... Huh. Is that... Alright, come on. I'll take you all on. Yeah, guys. Whoa, whoa. Those are shadow me's. Yeah, that's right, come on. Mess you up. Wow! Oh, that's embarrassing. Is that what I'm for? Is to become become one of those guys? Okay, guys, stop being sissies. We both know you're gonna die. Just accept it. Accept it like a man. Or like a, 10-year-old boy. Whatever. I'ma get ya. I'ma get ya. Come on. Come on. Okay. Seriously. I really hope this isn't the last fight of the game. I'm gonna be sad. They just keep coming! Holy cow! Is this like to offset that I can kill him in one hit? Does it make him super annoying? Have these guys looked like me the entire time and I just didn't notice it? Wait a minute. That thing's glowing. So is that one. Why are they glowing? Do I have to make... Oh. Okay. I wonder if all of them will be glowing once I've killed enough people. Or defeated enough foes. Behold! Come on. Come on. I guess that's a strategy too, just stand underneath them and wait for them to stop flying. That's effective. It requires a lot of patience, but come on. I'll take you on. Just making sure this isn't some kind of puzzle boss, like they're just gonna infinitely respawn until I finally do something with Yorda. Because this is kind of going on for a bit. Getting just a little bit of a Zelda vibe from this music. A little bit of it that I can hear. Come on. My goodness, there's a lot of you. I am genuinely a bit confused. Are more of these guys? Man, there's a lot. Okay. You would think that they would give some indication of progress here. Okay, yeah, I think I'm getting close. But this is more annoying than difficult. Gosh, I would hate to do this during a speed run. Guess you just have to be super good at landing the hits. There's probably some optimum strategy, so I apologize that I'm not employing it. Alright, so at least a couple more. Come on now. Counting one more at least. Oh no. We're done? Sure? There's... Okay. It just took a minute to catch up. I'm a-comin'. That is really strange, though. I genuinely am wondering, like, was I the bad guy all along? Okay. Alright, fine. I think there's a gate up here. Maybe I just have to go kill the queen. That just really makes me wonder, though, how long this cycle has been going on. It hasn't actually asked me to overwrite my save or anything, so I'm assuming that this guy's just moving on. And you just have to be ready to do an endurance test. Alright, well, this is just screaming out boss fight. Hi. You look confused. Did you want to talk, or? I don't know why it gave me control during that. What did you do to her? So this is definitely a Morrigan Flemeth situation before Dragon Age was even released. Yeah, I'm not putting that sword down. That sword's awesome. Don't tell me what she would want. I'm gonna cut you, lady. Well, that ended about like I thought it would. Oh no! Did I lose a horn? Oh man, blood and everything. I mean, not specifically, no, I don't really want to die, but I don't have a lot of options, you know. I was supposed to die anyway. Alright, let's do it. I see no way this can go wrong. Okay, I'm supposed to get behind these guys, aren't I? Where's my sword? Okay, sweet. Your time's coming, lady. Alright, flew off this way this time. Not sure I'm gonna make it. Okay, so I don't think it actually hurts you, it just You just fly back? This is reminding me a lot, again, of Torin. I know I talked about that game in an earlier video, which makes me think that that Torin was very heavily inspired by Ico. Because there's even like a boss and just some enemies that have this where like you can block it with your sword. Yep. Oh man, yeah, you can totally tell the Torin was inspired by this. There's no question. And I don't mean that anything by that other than just like it's pretty cool to see how something that what influenced something you like, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm wondering, are these guys supposed to go like over here? Is that no, this way, man. Okay, that's not it. Okay, that's not it. What am I missing? I'm missing something. I thought maybe for a second that I pushed these guys into the center of the room. That does not look to be the case. Wait, what happened to her force field? Crap. I was wondering how you died to this boss. Now I know. Okay. Yeah. So I gotta be real careful about picking up my sword then. As soon as I can, pick up the sword or get behind cover, one or the other. That's her special Ooby Dooby Blast. Turns you into stone. Okay, I think these are the same places as last time. Go. No? Okay, maybe not. But it seems like that last time when I smacked her, her force field broke. And I just that one was pretty close. As was that. Alright, so I gotta pay attention to which way the sword flies. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I see it. Wow. Doesn't get any closer than that. Glad they were at least a little generous with the iframes there. Wah! Sorry about that. That's right. face will never escape this castle. Ow! Again with the breaking of the horns. Why? Not cool, lady. Can I have my lightning sword +1 back? I really liked it. That just looks uncomfortable. At least the power of darkness was kind enough to give her her clothes back. Boy, I bet she was really shocked to wake up. I'm sorry. Can I do anything? Look at her picking him up. That's nice. But no, Yorda, get my sword. It's a good sword. I used it to kill your mom. I think it's actually storming out there in the real world too. I'm thinking this is the end of the game. I don't know. Oh, there's the song. This is the same song that plays on the PS3 holding screen. Is this a boy? Sounds like a boy singing. Oh, get in the boat, honey.
Oh, yes.
Get in the boat. No. Did I mess up? puzzle I hated right here. Thank you for destroying it. Confused about why that particular gate was so important. Maybe they know everyone will hate that puzzle. Oh, so yeah, we just straight up destroyed the castle. But at what cost? Switch to film grain. Okay, this is a credit. Like reliving memories like an old movie. I'm gonna stick around, might as well let it play, just in case there's like a post-credit scene, because I'd be kind of upset if there was no resolution for Yorda. I probably will cut this in half because we're getting over an hour and 20 minutes. But Journey, when I did the Journey Let's Play, that was as much me figuring out the tech as anything. But this, I feel like this was my first real Let's Play. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. I wish I could have gotten it out a little bit faster. But I've had a great time doing it, so I hope you'll stick around while I keep doing these. And like I said, I'll put it out on Twitter, and I'll put out a poll. So I'm very interested to hear what you'd be interested in me doing next. Yeah, definitely gonna track down the soundtrack for this if I can. I guess even if it's on YouTube. I do try to support artists when I can. But it's kind of going back and forth in time a bit. That's weird. So Yorda does have a voice actress. Okay, yeah, so most likely would that come through better in the second playthrough when you have her subtitles unlocked, or I don't know. Oh, excuse me. It's about 11:30 my time. I've been going for a few hours now. Between playing this and doing the dishes and trying to be smart and starting some uploads while I'm playing, so I'm not up so late doing the stuff on the back end. Okay. So I think now that I've finished it, I will actually look up, and I need to do this for Journey as well because I never did follow up on that. Look up to see if anybody's done any analysis of the lore. Oof. If New Game Plus is a thing, I could probably see myself playing it again, maybe in another year or two. Take a break. It's not an especially long game. I mean, I believe there is a achievement called Castle Tour Guide, something like that, for completing it within like 90 minutes or something ridiculous. And I know with all my mistakes and leaving it paused while I was doing things, I definitely didn't hit that. Anything? Ooh. Okay, sweet. I'm glad I didn't cut recording just yet. There's my boat. Poor little guy. He's all tuckered out. I'm kind of surprised I don't think they made like Funko statuettes of Ico and Yorda. If that's a thing, or if there's any cool art of them, or something I could have, that would be pretty sweet. I would really like to have that. Because it's funny how, in such a subtle way, you get to care about these characters. Holy cow, this beach is bright. Just trying to move over to the grass just so I can see. But this game is very effective at that, about through the hand holding and the way they sit together on the couch, and just you feel bad for Ico and you feel bad for Yorda because they have kind of a tough life, and you want them to be successful in getting out of the castle and moving on to something good. So I'm not sure what I'm doing here, so I'm just gonna keep chatting. And like, I've seen some fan art of the Colossi from Shadow of the Colossus, and that's cool in its own right. Like I said, I haven't seen most of them in game, but they are awe-inspiring, to be sure. Is that something? Oh, it looks like Yorda. No way. What a peculiar happenstance. And she's alive, okay. Aww. Yay! Heck yeah, I want to save. Okay, 5 hours, 20 minutes, 49 seconds, I think. No, that was probably my last save. 6 hours, 24 minutes, 34 seconds. So, a lot more than an hour and a half. I don't even know if that's the correct thing for the achievement, but I'm not really upset about that. Resume game. So yeah, so that's Ico. Like I said, I really hope you've enjoyed this. I'm gonna try to keep doing this, doing different playthroughs. You know, and even if nobody watches it but me, I'm having fun. So I hope you are too, and stick around for the next one.